Guys, welcome. I am Norm. This is Norm Can't Shoot, and we are back with Trek Tuesday. We are back with more Rising Star 2, my Deep Space Nine playthrough of Rising Star 2. Why? Because I'm a nerd and I love this game. So, when we last left our intrepid band of heroes, we went on a big tour of Europe, and we played huge stadiums. And they were just shoveling money straight at our faces, and we took it all. It was fantastic. It was great. We made a ton of money. Our popularity didn't really affect it too much, unfortunately. So, but we are approaching the time where we are going to start recording for this next album. I'm hoping this stream to get that next album out, but we'll see how it goes. I don't think I'm going to go on another tour. I'm reserving the right to change my mind on that, but going into it today, I'm not planning on going on another tour. I think we need some time, just some regular time, do regular gigs, have a couple days off in between that we can start getting some songs out, because I'd still really like to find a hit.
Take off, I'm gonna do the steamroll. Take off!
Oh, we got a right. You know what that sound is like. You know what that sound is.
Take off.
Classic scene from the movie Strange Brew, which you haven't seen it. And if you haven't seen the Dill Pickle live channel, what's wrong with you? Go see Dill Pickle live. Thank you again for the raid, Dill. Very much appreciated. Dill does a lot of Minecraft. So if you're a big Minecraft fan, as like 99% of people on the internet are, go check him out for some quality content. All right. Speaking of Twitch channels, as you may know, I finally made affiliate, and I've been trying behind the scenes to get some stuff. So, as a bit of housekeeping before we start today, I'll just let you know what I got going on so far.
You son of a bitch!
Dill, you are a prince of a man, sir. Look at that. Look at that. Thank you very much. That's very much appreciated. Thanks, man. Thanks, man. Listen, I didn't think I was going to make affiliate because I didn't know. I thought I was going to do 3 streams and then give up. So the fact that I'm here and I did it, I'm happy. So it's much appreciated. Thank you very much, Dill. So okay, so if you're you know, a fan of the channel and like Dill, you get yourself a subscription. Here's what you get so far. I mean, I'm still working on it, guys. The emotes. Okay, on the plus side for the emotes, I did manage to get my my fancy new drawing pad. It's out of reach, so I can't grab it for you right now. It is very cool. The downside is there is a steep learning curve in terms of getting used to the muscle memory of drawing on the pad versus how I'm used to. So custom emotes may have to wait a little bit. So in the interim, I've kind of put together a couple of other emotes. They're still pending, so I don't think you can actually use them yet. One of them being a marker +1 emote that you can throw out there every time that you feel that I'm dumber than a marker on this channel. I do something stupid, I'm forgetful. You can throw that one out there if you're a subscriber, so thank you very much. I also have put in some tier rewards for bits and things like that. So I've put in some stuff. So there's content. There's going to be more content, obviously, as I get caught up a little bit. But I'd like to at least listen. I'd like if someone's going to be nice enough to throw me a sub, I want to try and at least make it worth their while. So I appreciate every one of you who have done so far, including Dill. Thank you very much, sir. All right. Anyway, nobody cares about all this stuff. This is all just self-indulgent foo-for-all, if you'll pardon my language. So let's get into the actual game itself. All right, here we go. Here's the band looking sharp. I still have not done a. I was gonna go through some of the fashion options here. Fashion options. Shark, welcome, sir. Thank you very much. So we might do that this round here. In terms of gigs, this is the big giant tour that we just finished, the We Miss You Bashir tour. And, all right, listen, you like your marker moments. I have to remember to change, before our next gig, change the banner back to the standard banner from the tour banner, all right? This will be the first opportunity for a marker +1, all right? Again, I wish it's still pending, so I don't think you can actually use that emote yet, but we'll get there. So I have to release the album by the end of August. So like I say, I'd like to start recording in around maybe the second or final week of July to make sure I have enough time. So that still gives us all of June and all of July. I think we're just going to do regular gigs. We're going to do some regular gigs. I want to have some time to make sure that I have enough time to get everything practiced up and to generate some new songs, try out the new songs. So we're just going to book some local gigs. I'm going to keep the venue capacity at 1,500 because I don't want to do little tiny. Listen. When you're a rock band of our status, okay, when you're such an incredible success that you've seen with like Tarok Nor, you're not going to do some piddly little club. You're not going to do some piddly little club. No, we're going to do only the best. Only the best. So we will get Bob working on that. In the interim, until he gets working, I got nothing planned, but I do need to practice. You know what? Before I forget, let's do a little repair. Let's get some practice on the old repair. There we go. Oof, these are in rough shape. I'm gonna have to get these. You know what? Maybe before I do anything, let's go get these. Let's go get these repaired. That tour beat the heck out of our equipment. Actually, you know what? We need to get some new equipment. Should we start with a shopping spree? Let's head over and start with the shopping spree. Yeah, I definitely do want to do a tour of America. I'm not sure how all that works. Maybe after we're kind of, I don't know if I've got time to slip it in before the next album, but maybe after the album is done and we do that big tour in support of the album, that kind of in-between time where we've got lots of tour time, maybe that's when I'm going to just try and strike out there and see. I found out the last two. Okay, so hang on, I'm just reading Shark's chat here. Current playthrough, I based in the US, found out the last two albums had no hits in the US, but each one had a hit in Europe. See, I don't even know how to release it. It doesn't release automatically in both? Or do you have to go tour to find out? Like, I don't know how it all works. Like, when I released, well, not this one, obviously, but when I released Wormhole, right? I don't know how it works, how you release it in both. Oh, so will it automatically release in America if I do like a little quickie, you know, 1 month tour of the US? Will it automatically when the next album comes out, because I've kind of established myself there, I'll automatically have a release there? It releases them both? Oh, okay. We'll try. Maybe okay, that's a good maybe we'll try that, because like I say, I would like to see if we can start, you know, eventually. I mean, I still think we've got lots to do in Europe still. We're still not the #1 band, you know what I mean? Like, we're getting there. So I've still got stuff to do in Europe, but it would be nice to kind of dip a toe on the other side of the pond. So maybe we will try that. First of all, let's just repair all this. We are going to need to do some refurbishments. Okay, let's just see if I want to try. We've got $3.5 million. I'm pretty sure that we can max out our equipment here. So maybe let's work on that first. Let's get serious here. Okay. Hey, there's a follower. Thank you very much. Much appreciated. I missed it. Zenzi. Thank you. That GIF, of course. The great Eugene Levy as Bobby Bittman from the old SCTV days. Little more Canadian content. All right. I've got a +7 writing music, +9, so +7s. Let me just see if I can do any better. There's an increase in the writing music, so that's a possibility.
You son of a bitch.
Zenzi OT with the subscription. Guys, you're spoiling me. You're spoiling me today. Thank you very much. It is very much appreciated, Zenzi. Thank you. With the Prime. That's right. Suck it, Jeff Bezos. I got your money now. Only a little bit. I got like a couple of bucks out of it, and he still got many, many billions. But it's okay. Listen, every little bit helps. That transfer is started. You know what I mean? Next thing you know, I'll be a billionaire. All right. Thanks a lot. Thank you very much, Sensi. Thank you very much. Okay. We gotta, okay, what am I doing? Okay, that's what I'm doing. I gotta buy this. Let's buy this mic. There we go. We bought a mic. Beautiful. All right, Kira. No, stop that. Kira, we need to get... Let's see what her guitar situation is right now. Her guitar, this one has +9 writing, +9 stage presence. Listen, that's fine. That's fine. Let's refurbish that and get that all the way back up, quite frankly. Because that's... Give me the... No, I don't want to be in here. That's what I want to do. Thank you. Oh, my goodness. All right, so that's for... And we got a +7 playing over here. Do we have anything better on playing? +9 playing, and it's basically the exact same guitar. All right, well, we got a couple of options here. We can either go for this bad boy, or we can go for this bad boy. I mean, this one literally looks exactly like the other one, so let's maybe get this one to mix it up a little bit, right? Let's get that one and mix it up a little bit. Beautiful. Beautiful. This one we don't really need anymore, but that's okay. That's okay. All right. While we're here, I'm going to get her some strings, because she looks like she is a little on the low side. What do we got? What do we got? +4 writing music. Get a couple of those. Get a couple of those. We got any playing? There we go. We just get a bunch of stuff. It's all good. We're rich. We're filthy, stinking rich. Let's spend all this beautiful, glorious money. Okay, so here we have... this way, I mean, this set basically just rocks. So let me just refurbish that bad boy. Get that all the way back up. I don't really need too much more. That one basically is maxed out altogether, so that's fine. Symbols we're almost out of, so let me grab some new symbols. There's just a nice generic one. We'll get, you know, I'll get 2 of those, so I don't have to come back here. And we need some drumsticks. Why do the drumsticks have such terrible stats? Yeah, there's a whole bunch of those. Okay. Keiko's bass is in rough shape, 24 out of 24. It's not very good. The bass selection in this game, for whatever reason, is always terrible. So let's see if we can't get something better. Let's see. Best we can do on playing is a +7 versus the current one, which has a +5. So that's not nothing. That's not nothing. I don't like that guitar, though. Am I wrong? Is that a weird shape for a guitar? I don't like that guitar. But this one, that's the only one that's going to be better. So you know what? Let's just get it. That's fine. Let me see. Stage presence of +6. Can we do better than that? Let's see. +7. I mean, it's not really worth it. And writing music is only +3. I mean, Keiko doesn't really write music, but I mean, if there's a decent one on here, +6. There's not much there. I'm not going to bother. We will get, of course, some more strings. This is all just the boring stuff we got to do at the beginning, guys. Although buying new equipment's exciting. Buying new equipment is always fun. Okay. We've got everything we need now. We just got to wait for the agent to call and give us some gigs, baby. Some gigs. All right, all right, all right. Practice. Look at the play skills. They're all down to nothing after that tour. Oh, I knew it. Okay, well, that's fine. That's fine. We can get it back up. We can rebuild. Better, faster, stronger. All right, let's get those 2, and then let's get, I guess, facets in. I don't know. It doesn't. We've got to practice so many things. It doesn't really matter. You know what? Actually, because of that, because we have so much practicing to do, I'm going to up this up so we don't have too many. 2,500. Let's. I don't want to be too busy right now. I got lots of money. I don't need it. So it's just a case of getting. I need. My time is more valuable right now than anything. So. Here we go. But Bob's still going to work his magic. A 15,000. Thank you, Bob. 35, 35, 35, 3,000. Oh, man. All right. Well, that's good. It looks like it's mostly into July so far. I'm sure he's going to come up with some stuff here in June, but that's fine for now. Excellent. That works out better for me because it'll give me all the time in the world I need to practice up. What do you got, Bob? Another 5? I'll take it. Very good. Maybe he's not good, and maybe I'm going to have a couple of weeks off here. This would be good. Bob's still with the gigs. Okay, so we're all set there. Let's get a couple more songs in here. Beautiful. I was also working on a new... I wanted to work on a new overlay for the stream, only because, you know, now that I'm affiliate, I want to kind of make sure that I can, I kind of want to, I'd like to put the chat on there, on the screen somewhere, if I can, just because my interaction with you guys is, I mean, that's part of the fun for me, and so I think that when people are kind of rewatching it later on YouTube or something like that, I think it would be helpful for, because when you repost it on YouTube, you can't see the chat. I mean, you can see it on Twitch, but not if you're watching it on YouTube. So all the people, and I have a lot of people that watch it on YouTube that never go to Twitch, right? So if they're watching it on YouTube and they can't see the chat, they have no idea what I'm talking about. I mean, our conversations on here are usually completely batshit, you know what I mean? But it's all that much worse when you can't, when you can only see one side of it. So I thought if we could put it on there, that's fine. So I spent like yesterday, like working on it, doing all this crazy stuff and whatever. I was just getting frustrated. I had so much stuff. I spent a whole bunch of time on it. I said, forget it, never mind. I'm going to go to bed and I'll check it out in the morning. I looked it up in the morning and I'm like, I hate everything, everything about this. Absolutely everything from top to bottom about this overlay. I do not like. So I scrapped the whole thing. We went back with the standard, but I'm hoping this week to work on it some more and have at least something a little different on Friday. So listen, man, big changes, big changes. Not big changes, just little minor changes, really. All right, there we go. I mean, nothing too crazy here. Everything to be expected. I mean, although really, we're still in the top 1,000 on this bad boy. Like, we're still only at 717, so that's good. You know, that can't hurt. All right, we're just going to keep practicing through here. Well, this is great with all this time off, to be honest. This is exactly what the doctor ordered. I'll be able to get everything practiced up, and then once we do a couple of gigs, we'll hopefully be able to write some songs. I'm sure I've probably got a bunch of songs in here that I've never actually used before, so I'm going to have to try and mix it up a little bit. Just to make sure that I don't have a hit hiding in here that I just haven't had a chance to find yet, right? I'm hoping for that Hail Mary. That last ditch hit right before you release the album comes out, you know what I mean? Where we're gonna make our fortunes off of, but we shall see. Okay, Bob, that's fine, Bob. You're doing great, Bob. You're doing great. Bob, our trill manager. As per canon. That's canon now. Let's just touch these ones up while we can. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. I have to check and see when we wrote some of these, because I got a feeling that I've still got a couple of songs that I have not used at all. We did so much touring that I've lost track of everything at this point now. My brain can't handle it. As you guys know, my brain is not the best on most days. I did see news, Star Trek related, by the way, that Geordi is confirmed for season 2 of Picard, and it's just again, with Geordi and with Q and with all the other changes they've, guest stars, they're luring me in with guest stars, even though I know it's going to be terrible. I do like, I'm blanking on her name. Pine, the one who played the doctor on Picard. that he kidnapped from the science place, and like she. Anyway, you know who I'm talking about. You know who I'm talking about. The scientist girl. The scientist girl. Why am I blanking on her name? She was in Scott Pilgrim vs. the World. You know who I'm talking about. Anyway, she's great. I do like her, and I did like her in Picard, and she's Canadian, so all positive things for me. So hopefully she's back. We'll see. Allison Pine? It could be Allison Pine. Something like that. Allison Pill. Allison Pill. That's who it is. I knew it would come to me. I knew it would come to me. Oh my god, we have so many songs. This is ridiculous. I'm gonna have to start sorting these by last written, just so I know what's new and what's not. I forgot how many 100+ songs we have now. It's a little bit crazy. Let's get these ones up, and then we'll see if there's any newer ones that I'm missing here. The advantage of the last tour is that it went on for so long, and we played in front of so many people, that the popularity of those songs that I used on that tour went up quite nicely. So even though I haven't got hits, I've got a lot of popular songs that I can throw into the rotation off of Wormhole. That should help, I guess. Hopefully. Bob, okay, relax, Bob. Take it easy. Take it easy. I gotta stop Bob. He's getting me into August. No, Bob, stop. Okay, Bob. You're doing your job too well. Get out of here, man. I got stuff to do. Okay. Okay, I want to sort by date written here. Okay, so I can make sure some of these newer songs, because these ones definitely have not been done yet in a setting. These are ones that were written on tour that I haven't actually got yet, performed yet. So I want to get these ones done for sure. All right. Listen. That's all well and good. Those are all well and good to see how we're doing on those ones. We want to see how we're doing on the big dogs. We want to see when this next album comes out. We want to see how far we can go. Can we crack the top 100? Crack the top 100s. Benj, welcome, sir. Welcome. Oh, no, I got a gig. Oh, now we're into it. Okay, we got to go to France. Nope, that's not what I wanted. That's what I wanted. Off to France. Let me just double check where we're at in terms of merch to make sure I don't forget anything. Patron Kyle saying, we love patrons here. I'm a patron of this game. Everyone should be a patron of this game. Okay, let's clear the set list. I think we've done enough damage with that set. Now, the first thing I'm going to do for all you doubters in the chat. Look at that. Look at that. It's almost like I know what I'm doing. It's almost like I'm capable of basic mental feats. No, I haven't found it yet. I honestly think that the building that's going to be there's no buildings named after me here, because I started the playthrough like a week before I joined the Patreon, so I feel like it probably populated all those names already. So I don't think that it's going to show up. I'm probably have to start a new playthrough for it to show up. But I am still, like, every week I get little messages here and there from people who have found me in the game, and you know, I've got a few screenshots. It feels good, man. It feels good. So we'll see. Listen, I mean, I could be wrong. If I happen to see myself in here, that's fine. But I'm not gonna bore everybody by narcissistically looking for me every single time. Okay, let's get Civil Defense. It's still good with our basic musicianship, and it's got a high popularity right now. Let's get Distant Voices in there as well. What is this, a 6? It's only a 6. Okay. Family Business. Let's get Facets. We can do Rejoined. And I think that's probably it for the greens. So now we'll just kind of fill it in. I only need one more anyway, so what am I even blathering on about? Okay, let's just do Fascination. Fascination. We'll see if this works. I think we might be screwed a little bit on energy level, but we'll see. No, you know what? I might be okay. I think I'm okay. I ran out maybe a little bit here at the end. Sold out a wormhole. Okay, I thought I had to... I even checked it and I still got it wrong, but that's typical. Loved. Okay. Excellent. Okay, where are we off to next? Oh, wow, we are booked solid. This is, yeah, I did too much. Yeah, well, we're definitely going to get to the album for sure. There's no, I'm not going to have time for a tour of America. There's no way. We started too late. I needed that time in June to get repractice back up again. So that's fine. But that is a good idea. I will try to after this album start in the States and then see what happens. I don't know. Okay, we are going to Douai. They love us in France. They love us. These are the times it makes me wish I remembered more of my French. But I do not. All right, what do we got here? After Serious Hole, guys. Come on now. And Blow Beneath Town. What? Why does this game refuse to let me keep these things PG-13? Good Lord. After Serious Hole, Blow Beneath Town. Good Lord. It's an adult theater. Exactly. Listen, if there's a hole in the wall, I'm leaving. All right? That's it. That's my line in the sand at this gig, so we'll see. We're wedged right between, too, so this could get messy, literally and figuratively. Okay. Let's get this set again. Civil Defense. Distant Voices. We're going to do Family Business. We're going to do Defiant. And we're going to do... Where was the other? Rejoined. Facets.
Oh, yeah.
Fascination.
I love that song. Shady O'Grady here playing your
Explorers.
Check out this killer
1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, and then we got one more here. So we'll do... Let's do Hippocratic Oath. Hippocratic Oath. All right, that looks good. We'll try that. That should be fun. All right. All good. Oh, I forgot to get more copies of Wormhole. We'll do that for the next gig. We'll do that for the next gig. No problem.
I'm doing my part to keep things weird.
Got some inspiration. Oh, we're going to Duff Lindsay. It's my favorite. I love Duff Lindsay. Okay, let's buy some CDs. We definitely need some more CDs here. So let's just get 6,000 CDs. Why not? I am nothing if not an optimist. 3,000 of these. Let's get only another 1,000 of these. No one really cares about these too much. And I've already got way too many of these. For what? Although, you listen, I mean, considering we're only selling them At gigs, we sold 5,800 copies. That's not nothing. That's not nothing. That's all right. I mean, it's nothing like Wormhole. Although, really, look at this stage. I didn't even think about it. We might just get. We're not super far off of getting a gold record on Taylor, at long last. We're only 60,000 away. I have to start paying attention next time that the album chart sale thing, for lack of a better word, comes up. I want to check and see how many we're doing there, how many we're selling, so I can get an idea. What's it going to take to get to 60,000? How long are we talking about here? Okay, we got all this. Let's go to the gig. It's got to go to the gig. Okay, hopefully this one's a little more wholesome. The Shallow Orders and Enchanting. Oh, isn't that nice? Enchanting. That's a much different vibe. Much different vibe. Okay, we'll play that same 9 set. That was fine. Gig has ended. We got 69 audience appreciation. Nice.
It's a nice, cool night.
See, I was trying to go for PG-13. It gave me some nice, reasonably wholesome band names, and then 69 overall audience participation. So, listen. Napoleon Etheridge from the band Enchanting. We just saw you guys. We just played with you guys. Venue capacity 100. Come on. Come on. Come on, guy. No, I don't want to book that gig. You got, listen. Listen, I'm all for helping out the little guy, but not when I'm this busy. Not when I got this much going on here. Shivering in Short Time. Shivering is kind of not a bad name for a band, right? I kind of don't mind that. I'm curious when the next the stuff that's been working out on the beta is going to go live. I kind of half expected that it was going to be live by now, but I don't think it is. So we'll have to wait a little bit longer for those kind of songwriting tweaks and some of the other things. So you know what? I'm just going to chauffeur it. I'm going to chauffeur it. Smokes of Amusement and the Committed Shakes. No, no, no. Swing and a miss, game. Swing and a miss on those two. All right.
It's Shady O'Grady.
Okay, but I can go home for a night here finally, at least. That's good. Nope, that's the wrong one.
Here's one by request.
Back to Brussels. Let's try writing a song. Let's see if we can't get a song squeezed in here. Oh, I forgot to check. Oh, good lord. Good lord. It's a good thing that Marker Plus One emote is not unlocked yet. I forgot I was going to have some of these refurbished because they're all so low. That's all right. I just have to remember to use them a little more. Okay. What do we got? What do we got? Nothing. Look at this. I can tell already with the blues. I got nothing. I mean, no, that's not going to work. This doesn't seem likely, does it? No, they're giving us nothing again. They're giving us hot garbage. Okay, we can get rid of that one and get that one. Is there anything else worth saving here? Not really. Man, I'll save that. Oh, I got a 32 here. That's good. But wow, yeah, that's a whole lot of nothing. Whole lot of nothing, but that's okay. I don't know if you're here for a Chuck, but I do have an emote that's in the pipe right now. It just says marker +1. So you can just every time I do something stupid or forgetful in the chat, you can just spam that emote if you're a subscriber. It's still pending, so I don't know how long these things take because I'm still new to all this, but that'll be there soon. And again, I will have better emotes as we go. But I wanted to throw something out there so at least people have something to use in the interim while I get my my act together on some more cool custom ones. And if anybody has any ideas for stuff I'd like to see for an emote, I mean, let me know. I don't get a whole lot of them to start with, but, you know, throw me some ideas. I'll put them in the old emote bank, and then as we unlock some, we'll throw them out there. All right. No, I just did this. We can't do this, so we're just going to practice. I'll just continue practicing these ones. It doesn't really matter. We've got this whole week. Okay, off to The Hague. Great for gigs, bad for war criminals. Yeah, for pieces, Benj, you can only store 10 at a time. Otherwise, all the rest of the pieces degenerate over time, but you can bank them to keep them. But you can only do 10, so I think 10 is kind of the perfect amount because there's a lot. It lets you do stuff. You know, you don't get mad because you can still keep your best stuff, so you don't lose them. But it's just not enough to still make it a little bit frustrating. But that's good because you don't want to have. Like, if you could store 30, you'd be cranking out good songs all the time, right? So, I think that's a good number, The grieving instruments and the tasteless directions. Yeah. Okay, we'll just do the same. We'll just do the same. The same 9 set. There we go. 74, I'll take it. Very nice, very nice. Where to next? The Roar. The Roar, the Roar, the Roar is on fire. Oh, I'm not driving all the way across that city. There we go. Uh-oh, I gotta come up with a 12 set. Oh, no. Okay, do I have a 12 set? I guess we'll find out. Civil defense, family business. Did things change? Bad musicians longer. I think consumerism is new, is it not? I could be wrong there, but I think that might be new. Distant voices. We're gonna do defiant. We're gonna do facets, fascination, explorers. 1, 2, 3. Actually, you know what? We're not gonna do that. No, we'll do fascination, and then we'll do Hippocratic Oath. Then we'll throw in Destiny. And then we'll do life support's not great. Indiscretion. And then we'll do facets. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. I need. Okay. And then rejoined. Explorers. And I guess we'll have to do one of these ones here. We'll do second skin. All right, we're winging it. We're winging it. I don't know. This could work. It could not work. Who knows? I think it's gonna be all right. All right, yeah, we're doing fine. We're doing fine. 100 gig? 100 gig? Close. 96. I'll take it. Listen, if I got 96s on a test in university, I would not be sitting here in front of you right now. I would be rich and successful somewhere. You know, I probably still would be doing this. Even if I were rich and successful, I probably still would be sitting here. It's not like video games get less fun when you're rich. It just means you got more time to play them. Another 12 gig. Okay, well, that's all right. I'll take it. What do we got? I'm just checking these periodically because I lose track of which ones are new ones. So it's good to check now and then.
You're with Shady Oak
Dusseldorf.
Listening to the sounds of the night on Stranded Radio.
Okay, yeah, you know what? I'm gonna chauffeur that one again. Another 12 gig. All right. Listen, we're kind of a big deal now, especially in Germany. They love us. So we should be headlining, damn it. Nothing wrong with that. I don't know about the rest of you guys, but I am still waiting for my vaccine appointment. Basically, my entire family has had their vaccine already, and I'm still waiting. My brother was the last holdout. He got his, I think, yesterday. One of my sisters got vaccinated a couple days ago. The other one got vaccinated like a week and a half ago. My mom got vaccinated two weeks ago. Like, I'm the only guy who can't get an appointment. Like, just give me that needle. Give me that sweet vaccine, baby. And once that Bill Gates microchip is in there, I mean, my 5G might improve, right? I would think. So, I mean, the stream might run faster with the vaccine and stuff. I mean, sure, Bill Gates will be able to download all of my brainwaves and information into the Illuminati supercomputer, but, you know, whatever. Really? You know, I'm not super worried about it. Yeah, still waiting. It's... Yeah, exactly. Once I get the vaccine microchip, you will be assimilated. This is now a Borg playthrough. That actually wouldn't be a bad playthrough. I guess the only problem with the Borg playthrough is that there's not really any... I mean, who have you got? You got Hugh and you got 709. The Borg Queen. I mean, you kind of run a Locutus. Yeah, you might be able to do it. Locutus of Norm.
It's the weird.
Listen.
You're with Shady O'Grady on Stranded Radio.
I have found that resistance is not futile against norms. Borgs, you can't resist me, unfortunately. Listen. I do alright, but there's still plenty that resist. Let's put it that way. Alright, the Marty Del Valle. Another headlining gig. The one thing I do like about Picard as a character and the show, I do like the idea that they're still showing him as kind of like having PTSD and having to deal with, you know, the fact that he was converted into a Borg, because that would be a horrifying thing. So I'm glad that, I mean, they milked that a bit in the movies as well. Like, I do like that they've kind of like stuck that, because all the time in Star Trek, horrible things happen to these characters all the time. And then, like, by the next time, it's like it's never brought up or mentioned again. Like, the classic example of this is my favorite, Chief O'Brien. There was a thing where he was, like, captured as he was imprisoned, and his prison sentence was that they implanted, like, 40 years of him being in jail for 40 years. And instead of actually serving 40 years in jail, they just implanted those memories into his head so he thought he did. And then he came back. And, like, that would be... Could you imagine? Like, if... I don't know if it was 40, but it was, like, a long time. You know what I mean? He came out an old man, so, you know. So, like, could you imagine if you thought you had spent the last 20 or 30 years locked in a prison, you know, under horrible conditions, and all of a sudden, psych, no, you're fine, and they let you go? Like, you would be messed up for the entire rest of your life. So they should. I like when they reach back and talk about those things. So, but. Oh my God! Listen, if Jerry Ryan was streaming, yeah, I mean, I'd be mad at you for showing up to my stream. To be honest, if Jerry Ryan were streaming at the same time, I mean, that's just. Listen, I know that you guys have an assortment of e-girls that you could be watching right now, and so I appreciate that you've taken the time out of your heavy schedule to come and check me out instead. So it is much appreciated. That said, I don't intend on taking my top off. I'm not going to do a hot tub stream. I'm not going to sell my bath water. I'm sorry. No matter what the demand is, that's not going to happen. So you'll have to just make do, unfortunately, guys. All right, our inspiration's high enough. Let's try and write a song here. They got to give us something. These look a little more promising. I see a 27 here. Okay, that's not as promising as I was hoping, but that's okay. I could do 27 here. I could do 22 here. Is that any better? No. 33. No, see. Oh, man. Brutal. Okay. That didn't work. I feel like there's something here. I could just be completely wrong, as I often am, but I feel like there's got to be something here. I mean, I got a 24 and I got a 33. No. Nothing. Nothing again. I'm just locked in perpetual sweet FA. There's just nothing going on here for me at all. Let's... You know, I'm gonna get rid of the 30. These are lyrics. We never have a problem having stuff for lyrics. Everything else that we have the issue with. So, I'd rather stash that 24. There we go. Okay. Nothing for us. No songs for us. We just gotta go back to practicing. Okay, now it's looking like we're getting clear of some of these gigs, so we'll be able to do some practicing in advance of the next album. We need to look at what we're gonna put on the next album, really. I know we have lots of options right now, but after this gig, we'll kind of take a serious look at our roster of songs and see what we're gonna put in there. Basic musician, law ownership, consumerism, nothing's changed there, so that's good. Where are we going? Frankfurt.
Here's a song to take you home.
All right. Oh, I'm gonna chauffeur this. I'm chauffeuring this. There we go. Another 12 set. I'll just keep doing the same thing for now. That's fine. Yeah, so in terms of stuff I've added, the stuff I've added so far has been largely Star Trek themed because this is really, I mean, I play a bunch of stuff on here, but this Rising Star 2 is my bread and butter. This is what this is my baby. So, and the Star Trek playthrough is endemic to that. So, like I say, on subscription tiers, you unlock various characters. You can see next to Phalacalius there has Deanna Troi next to him. If you stay on for 2 months, you can upgrade from Deanna Troi to, I think Geordi is second tier, and work your way up through the cast that way. And if you, I think there's, for bits messages, so depending on like depending on the level of bits that you donate, it'll increase your rank. So I've got all the Starfleet ranks. You'll start off from crewman all the way up to Fleet Admiral. You'd have to spend an awful lot of bits to get the Fleet Admiral. Like, I would be embarrassed to receive that much, so please don't. But, and like I say, of course, I preface all of these things, all of this shilling, with the idea that I in no way need the money. I'm doing fine over here. So if you need the money, keep it. I appreciate you coming. I'm happy that you guys are here. And or if you'd rather, if you want to give some money, but you've only got a limited amount that you can give, you can give that to a smaller streamer who is, needs that cash more than I do. Just let me know, and I'll be very appreciative of that too. So we gotta spread the love. We gotta spread the support. A lot of people are hurting, man. This has been a hell of a year. Oh, more than a year now, but. And like I say, this year has been rough on a lot of people. It's probably been the least rough on me. I mean, all things considering, I'm doing well during all of this. Like, I've had no issues. I've been able to work from home, and I'm not suffering mentally. I mean, I'm no crazier than when I started. Let's put it that way. But not everyone's having the same. A lot of people have had to deal with a lot of financial troubles. They've lost their job. They've lost family members, or they've gotten sick, or whatever. You know what I mean? So, but I'm just hoping that we're down the home stretch of this here now. I'm getting a little panicked about variants and so forth, but there's only so much we can do. There's only so much we can do. So, all right. That said, let's take a look at what we're going to put onto the next album, because I'm sure we have 10 for sure. So we'll definitely put Facets and Family Business on, because these have bonuses right. Anything that's got a bonus right now, I'm going to put it in there and cross my fingers that it doesn't switch right as we get the album out. So those two for sure. We could probably throw Explorers on there as well. Hippocratic Oath. We'll skip Improbable Cause because that's not doing so great right now. Indiscretion. Have we got any more? Okay, we can throw that on there. Starship Down. We could put on The Adversary. We could put on the Dias Cast. We've actually got quite a few on here that we could do that are popular right now. The Visitor is popular right now. All right, so that's like a good 6 or 7 out of these that we can do, that we can record. That will have a bonus. So let's make sure those are all practiced up. Let's see, because we're going to be doing some recording here. Let me just quickly see. Those are all at top play skill. That one I don't care about. Let's practice these. Practice the Adversary. This one's already maxed out, so that's fine. And the Dias Cast is another one, too, we could do. Okay, we got lots of good stuff here. Okay, this is good. This is good. Oh, jeez, Felicalius. That's a tougher year than most. I'm sorry to hear, brother. But, yeah, Avenge, listen, I went through the whole divorce thing, and I've been through financial hard times and all the rest of that stuff. But listen, here's what I'll tell you when it comes to divorce. Okay, when I see a guy coming out of a divorce. Okay, there's 2 ways it goes. Okay, either he becomes some like bitter anti-feminist incel weirdo on the internet, right? Who like puts on a Spider-Man costume and then, with a men's right flag and like climbs the Parliament building or something. Okay, don't be that guy. Don't be that guy. You know what I mean? I mean, people go to weird places, man. They go to weird places when you're in there. It's like, don't do that. Listen, for me, the process of going through divorce is rough, right? It's financially rough. It's emotionally rough. It's rough all the way. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, like for me, I got divorced in like 2006. So this is like ancient history for me. Do you know what I mean? But like I felt terrible for the first couple of months or whatever like that. Like a year afterwards, I was like, this is like the greatest thing that ever happened in some ways. You know what I mean? And it's not a slam against my ex, RIP. But it's more just a case that, it's like it's a new opportunity for you. You know what I mean? If you can kind of get back out in the world, in a positive way, I mean, you can yeah, there's a whole bunch of other practical issues that you got to deal with in terms of a divorce, but you can't, if you have the right attitude and you see it as an opportunity to kind of reinvigorate and reinvent yourself and kind of, have a different life than what you had before, a better life than what you had before, then you can it can turn out to be a very positive thing. So just kind of the key is kind of hanging in there through the rough spots, right? Because you're gonna go through some spots where it's like, woof, this sucks a lot, But once you get past that hump, it gets pretty good. Gets pretty good. Yeah, and that's what I mean. Like people get like it's. I get what people are, they're sad about a divorce. Clearly, right? It's a lot. You invest a lot into a relationship. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, it's ending for a reason. You know what I mean? So the one good thing about going through that process is that subsequent relationships you have, I find anyway, or I found anyway, were way better because you kind of know. You learn from it, right? Okay, well, this is maybe this doesn't jive well with me. What are you looking for? You know what I mean? Like you have a much better idea of what it is, and you're kind of much less willing to accept, less than you feel you deserve. You know what I mean? Like you shouldn't have a partner that you have to work really super hard to make it work with. You know what I mean? So I think that's kind of what those are lessons you kind of have to learn the hard way, unfortunately, for guys, because we're kind of dumb, especially when it comes to that kind of stuff. So as long as you listen, come out of it learning a lesson, and it'll be fine. So yeah, exactly. Like I mean, it's a rough process on a practical level, but Listen, we split up in 2006, and I don't think I'm going to get married again. I keep saying like, no, I'm going to stay single for now. It's, immediately it was like, no, I just got out of a marriage. I'm going to stay single for a little while. It's fine. I'll know when it's time to kind of settle down again. It's like, that time never came. I'm quite happy. I'm quite happy, being free and single. I've done some dating, but and I'm having, like I say, this last year where I've been trapped in the house alone by myself has been fine. I'm like kind of a weird antisocial hermit anyway. Like I'm perfectly fine being alone, and it doesn't bother me. Like I'm not like worried about it. Like I'm lucky to have family and friends and so forth and stuff who who force me to go out now and then, and are there when I want to. But like I can spend as much time as I want to on my own, and it's not bothering me. Where a lot of people, it really bothers them. So I think I think that if you're, especially when it comes to relationships, like if you're kind of, and a lot of people have this where they're kind of like they're longing for that kind of companionship, or having someone and all the rest of that stuff. Like emotionally, you're kind of wanting that and stuff, and that's kind of where you make bad decisions, I think. You know what I mean? For me, I'm perfectly fine on my own. I don't need anybody. I'm having a good time. I'm enjoying my life immensely. And if I meet somebody down the road, you know what I mean, who's like, who like I want to like, yeah, you know what, I can give up some of this for that, and that's gonna be better with that person. Then, listen, man, I'll do it. We'll see. All right. We got way off topic there, but that's okay. This is now, listen, we're not going to play games anymore. This is now an advice stream, okay? This is like Dear Abby. Again, if you don't know what Dear Abby is, ask your parents. They'll tell you. All right. What else do we need to practice here? We've got these practiced up. We have so many songs. This is ridiculous. Okay, so at this point, we're just practicing for the heck of it, because we've got basically everything that we need here. Yeah, we solved all problems here on Norm Can't Shoot. All problems solved. Except math problems. You're on your own for math problems. I can't help you there. Okay, let's give a quick little refresh to everything. And then maybe let's start recording. Let's just do a quick practice here. Just because we're already towards the end of July. I don't want to put it off too long. Okay, so where do we have to record? We have to go to Paris to see Orlando Durant. So let's go check out Orlando. The producer, not the city. There's no way I'm going to Florida right now. No way. Where was I going again? Paris, that's where I'm going. Paris. Okay, now we have to scout out where in Paris are we going to record our music. Oh my god, this van is going agonizingly slow, which tells me that I need to get it fixed. So keep an eye open for a garage as well. I think we got plenty of money, so I don't think that's going to be an issue. Okay, $2.18 per hour. That does not sound impressive. I feel like we can spend more money than that. Yeah, like, I mean, I'll be able to find him anywhere I want to. I'm just trying to make sure that I can, I want to try and max out the studio. So I'll try and find something a little higher up. I keep forgetting. I'm going to repair all the equipment, and I need to refurbish some of this stuff. So we're going to refurbish that bad boy. All these little dinky ones here that are, like, really low. Let's just blow some cash. We're spending money. Lots of money. Let's just refurbish. Let's just go crazy with the refurbishing. Too much. It's too much, Norm. It's too much. Stop. Okay. We're all good. We're all good. All right. Let's keep looking at studios. Let's check out our good buddy Joseph.
You never know what you're going to see in this city. Today I saw a person mowing.
360. Okay, it's getting a little better. So far, you're the winner, Joseph. Let's check out Aiden. Just down the street. 334. What was the last one? I've already forgotten it. Jesus Christ. Is this one high? I literally just looked at it 2 seconds ago. I immediately forgot what it was. So, one of those two are the best so far. Let's see if we can get higher than that. 360. I thought so, but like... Okay. Thank God for chat. 212. It's not gonna cut the mustard there, Kramer. Dean. What's your deal, Dean? 473. Hello, I think we have a winner. You know what? That's fine. I'm not gonna bother. I'm not gonna search the whole city. So. Let me tell you, man, I mean, honestly, I'm glad. I mean, I should keep like a running tabulation for marker versus me moments, and I think it's just going to be, you know, over time. Like, you're going to check back like 6 months from now at a stream, and it's going to be like marker 572, norm 3. But listen, what are you going to do? Okay, let's start recording some of these songs. We'll get them to 100. I'm going to start with the stuff that's hot right now, like Hansel. So hot right now. I mean, I could put it in. I could 100% put it in. So we'll see. Like I say, I want to rework everything. I don't want it to be too busy. Like, I want the game to be the focus, right? Because that's what people are here to see, the game. You know what I mean? A little bit of me, but mostly the game they want to see. So I don't want to I don't want to like totally have this whole thing buried in like a million different widgets, but we'll see. Okay, let's get you out of socialism here first of all. Let's put you there. There we go. That's better. And she's basically, there we go. Okay. Is anybody else? Yeah, let's get rid of this socialism. Can we do consumerism? No, because it's the opposite of socialism. Duh, that's what the point is. Okay, never mind. Okay, we'll just change it to something random. Love. Everybody likes love. What's wrong with love? Okay, we'll get out of socialism here again, and we'll also do love here for this one. Okay, next up, let's do the visitor. Get that up at 100. Solo career in the game, you mean? Like just having like one person? Yeah, I guess that's true. But it's all that would be a tough playthrough. Maybe we'll do that for the next playthrough. We'll try going just solo. How do you even do it? I guess you'd have to do lyrics and the music, but how would you play? Like a gig as a solo person, can you even do it? I don't know how that would work. I didn't even know that was. I thought you had to have a minimum number of people in there. Let's see. Quality adversary. Let's get that one up to 100. Beautiful. Okay. All right. Yeah, I mean, I guess the next obvious playthrough, if we're going with Star Trek, is going to be, because I don't care about Enterprise or Voyager, to be honest, and my beefs with Discovery are well documented. Although I'm not opposed to doing a Discovery one, I do like the characters there. So, but I think the original series, I think, is the obvious next playthrough. But listen, we got a long way to go with Deep Space Nine here. We got a long way to go. Okay, family business also. Oops, nope. Let's not spend more than we need to. There we go. Solo piano player. Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. Or a guitar, I would kind of make sense too. But yeah, that's it. I didn't even know that was. I literally didn't even know that was a possibility that you could even do it. So, it's definitely something I'd like to try. I might try that on my own offline just to see how that works, and then see if that's stream worthy. All right, Kira. There we go. Let's get her repair up. Waste some points there. Let's see. I think we might need to go refresh the old. Yeah, I want to kind of. I've got a couple more. Like I'd like to do the Dias cast. You know what? I'll record these ones anyway, just because I'm gonna need to have some other songs. I can't have them all hits. Okay, now we need to go back and do a little practice here. I think we recorded 6 songs there, 6 or 7, I would think. No, we're just gonna practice. We gotta stay focused here. Okay, what do we need to practice? Family business we've got. This one, Dias cast, we need to practice. And I mean, we could do Way of the Warrior, I guess. Sort by date written. Are there any new ones that we haven't written? We haven't recorded yet. Hippocratic Oath. We'll get that one done. And The Visitor. Oh no, we already recorded The Visitor. That's fine. Okay. All right, we'll do these ones. We'll do these ones. We'll get these up. We'll do one more day, and that should get those 3 up. Keiko's birthday. Oh, we got a gig. Oh. Terrible timing. Terrible timing. We did have a couple of ones here. Maz, welcome, sir. Welcome. Again, in addition to shamelessly plugging Dill Pickle Live, I will also plug Maz from Oz. Check him out. Does some Rising Star 2 content, amongst other things. Has a much more interesting accent than I do. I feel like the Canadian accent is boring even amongst North American accents. that's my guess. Like North America, like the United States has some real colorful accents, man. You know what I mean? You could have a Texas drawl, or you could talk like a New Yorker. Canada is just kind of like, I don't know. Maybe it's because I'm from Canada, but I don't feel like the accent is terribly exciting. There are some good accents in Canada. My family's from New Brunswick. They've got some very colorful accents out that way. Out in the Maritimes, on the east coast of Canada. There's some interesting, very interesting accents. All right, 96%. Yeah, Newfoundlanders for sure. Newfoundlanders for sure have some great accents and some very colorful anecdotes. Newfoundlanders are great, honestly. If you're in Canada, and like you have the opportunity to just hang out for an evening with a Newfoundlander, even if it's just a random person you don't know, do it. It'll be a great night. I mean, just an entertaining group of people. If I ever met one, for sure. Get yourself screeched in if you want to go real hardcore in Newfoundland, man. You gotta Newfoundland. If you want to go real hardcore, you get yourself screeched in. It's a whole process. I'm not gonna tell you what it is because then you won't do it. But it's worth it. It's worth it. I have not yet been screeched in because I haven't been to Newfoundland. I know a bunch of Newfies, but I've never been to Newfoundland before. Just New Brunswick. And Nova Scotia. Let's see. Okay, what were the songs? We're all practiced there. We're all practiced there. It's just this one here we need to get up. Oh, no, not life support. Life support sucks. We don't want that one. Sort by date written. That's at 100. Oh, Way of the Warrior is actually low. Oh, Hatred. We just switched to love, and then they picked hate. Look at that. Yeah, I mean, you gotta kiss that cod, man. You gotta kiss that cod. That's the way it goes. It's not. Cod is culturally important in the Maritimes. That I have seen that, and that one is amazing. That's a great, and that's gotta be frustrating. Do you know what I mean? Like, I feel that like a lot of voice activated stuff is very, very, very North American English kind of focused. You know what I mean? So it's got to be tough for people with accents to do that stuff, especially if you're somewhere like really regional where you've got a real kind of, you know, distinct accent. It's gonna be problematic. It's gonna be problematic. Actually, the funniest Scottish related sketch, and I just watched or rewatched this lately. I was rewatching Garth Marenghi's Dark Place. I don't know if you've seen this. It's amazing. You can find them all on YouTube, and it's I can't explain what it is, but basically it's a spoof of a medical drama from like the 80s, and there is an episode where it's a hospital where supernatural things happen, so it's really bizarre. But they have an episode where this mist rolls in that turns people into Scotsmen. Or you know, something like that. But they have this whole monologue where he's talking about how he went to Scotland once, and he's describing it like it's this like existential kind of horror, you know what I mean? But you know, but it's just like completely like, you know, he went to like an airport and had a layover, and so he had to spend an evening out there, and it was just the way they were talking about it. They're all like terrified, and then, you know, so all that goes on, and then like at the end, after he tells this horrifying tale of being in Scotland, one guy says, "My aunt moved there, and she says it's quite nice." It's great. It's great. Everything about Garth, again, every time I give free plugs out to content that I watch, And Garth Marenghi's Dark Place is mwah, chef's kiss. It's so hilarious. It's full of just absolute genius. Okay, let's have, can I write, okay, no, I don't want to write a song. That's not, stop randomly clicking things. Practice. Date written. Okay. Hippocratic Oath, I'm going to record. Way of the Warrior, I'm not going to record now because that's suddenly flipped. Shakar, we could, but that's, it's too low. We can still do Explorers, and the die is cast. I just want to make sure that there's nothing that's hurt us now by having the shift. No, I think we're okay otherwise. Okay, let's go back to Paris. We'll finish these up. I think we only need to record maybe 3 more songs, and then we're good to go.
See some of you tonight in person.
Which studio? Dean's studio is where we're going. I'm going to chauffeur to Dean's studio. Look at that. Beautiful. Okay. So we're going to do Hippocratic Oath. Record that bad boy. Taylor is selling... Okay, so they're selling like 3,000 units a week. So we'll hit that 500,000 then. It might take a little bit, but we might hit that this stream. We might get another gold record this stream. Ooh, that's exciting. Let's do Explorers. And then we'll do the die is cast, and I think that's going to be it. I've never had one come off the charts. I don't know whether it ever does. I mean, it should. I think once you sync to a certain point, it should just kind of go. Because, I mean, clearly, you know, if you look back at the previous releases, it's not like they're suddenly going to jettison to the top of the charts no matter what our popularity is. So, they really should, like, it should be like once you drop out past a certain point or after X number of weeks afterwards, it should just come off, I think. Because the problem is that once you release like a whole bunch of albums, like once I'm on like album 10, am I going to care what Taylor is doing? You know what I mean? Am I going to care about the $500 I'm getting from if Wishes Were Horses? Like, who cares? You know what I mean? I imagine there might be a system where you could retire the album yourself manually, I wonder, if you could just take it out of circulation. That's possible. I've never looked. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Listen, Bashir missed out on all the good money. He missed out on the good money. Okay. Let's take a look at how many songs we have. Are we ready to go here or what? Let's look at the song list. Okay, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Where's 5? 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 to Explorers. Exactly 10. Perfect. Perfect. That works. Okay, so we can just release this album when it's time. We're good to go.
Oh, yeah.
We have to wait until the 16th. 17th, and it's the 4th, so right there, we're going to be able to release it. So, okay, we can get the manager back booking us gigs again. I'm still going to keep it at, let's keep it at 3,000. I still don't want to go too crazy here. But we've got everything we need for the album now. We're ready to go, so it's just a case of putting it together. We'll need to come up with, obviously, a title. We're going to have to find some art for it. So we'll have to see how that works. Let's head to Brussels. Okay, nothing there for repairs, really. Nothing important. Practice. just start bringing up some of these. Oh, a 30,000 gig. Good job, Bob. 30,000 gigs and a 20. What? Guys, Bob is killing it. Killing it. Bob Sweeney, super agent to the stars. The stars being moi. I have to sneeze and it won't sneeze, and it's driving me crazy. Oh, yeah, we've got some... Yeah, love kicked us in the butt by having the hatred come up as popular. That really zinged us. I'll have to make sure I swap those out from love to something else. Okay, we're just gonna do some more practice here. We've got the gig tomorrow in the Ruhr. That's right. He's got the Hugo symbiont, so it's Bob Hugo technically. Chauffeur, the fifth stretch and many beside connection. Not great. Not great. I'm just gonna use the same 12 set. That's fine for now. I got too much going on. We're just killing time. We just got to get through this so we can get the album out. And then we're going to see how that goes. I know. I'm so tempted to get that plane, but I'm trying to hold off because I might move to a new city after this album. I want to see if we start making crazy money. I mean, I would imagine that by the time the album comes out and we do a nice big fat tour for that one, I think at the end of that tour, we're gonna have all the money. We're gonna have so much money that I think it might be entirely possible to get that private plane and also be able to move somewhere. So we shall see. We shall see.
I'm doing my part to keep things weird.
Here we go. Let's just bump our production up a little bit. Oh, I've been going absolutely mental for the last like month and a half. Because my allergies are acting up, but they're not like terrible. Like I'm not like all stuffed up and runny nose or anything like that. All it is that my nose is constantly itchy. Constantly itchy. I can't take it. I'm gonna like totally just Voldemort it, man. I'm just gonna just whoosh one of these times, man. I can't do it. All right. Map, where are we going? We're going to Cologne. Listen, San Francisco, you know, the problem with San Francisco, because we did that in the last playthrough, is we started in California with the idea of moving to San Francisco. And, oh God, what? Okay, Bob, yeah. More work. More work. The problem that we had with San Francisco is that geographically where it's located, it's not really close enough to enough other places. So it's actually a bad city to work from. Like if you want to pick a big city to work from, you want one like London or New York where it's close to a bunch of other big centers. San Francisco is close to nothing. It's way down there in the middle of nowhere. So it didn't actually work out all that great in San Francisco. Thematically, it makes sense, but oh no, it's fine. It's no problem. But yeah, I think that if I did eventually make the move to America, I'd probably pick something. I mean, a part of me wants to do Toronto as a Canadian, but realistically, I think somewhere like New York or Boston or Chicago, in that whole kind of, you know, Northeast, things are a little more condensed there in terms of big cities. So. Yeah, I mean, I've been enjoying that about Europe too. I mean, it's, and I like again that, you know, not only are you close to a bunch of different cities, like there's a million cities in the row, but because of the way Europe is geographically, like you're going to different countries each time and stuff, it's just kind of exciting, you know what I mean? Moving states is in the States, or moving provinces in Canada is not as exciting as entire countries with entirely different languages and cultures, you know what I mean? Europe's getting good bang for their buck culturally. Let's put it that way. Canada just has a lot of empty tundra for the most part. A lot of tundra. A lot of permafrost. Okay, Bob, relax. Jesus. Okay. All right, all right. No, the guy. You know what? I haven't been to Toronto because I work in Toronto normally, but because we've been on lockdown for over a year, I haven't actually been to Toronto in over a year, which is crazy. But it's true. So I'd like to get back. Ultimately, I think I think I'd like to move there. Ultimately, it's been a very long time since I've actually lived in Toronto. But after all this is said and done, I don't know what's going to happen in terms of my job, in terms of whether we're going to be, the work from home, whether that's going to continue or whatever. I don't really know. So I'm trying not to make too big of decisions yet. Let's get past the global pandemic and back to some sense of normalcy and then reassess at that point. So... Oh, God, yeah. I mean... I guess that would be, and again, any Europeans out there can tip me off, but I would think that would be a pain, because for here, I mean, I could just get in a car and I could drive across the entire continent and it's no big deal, because Canada stretches the whole way. Whereas if you wanted to go on a nice long road trip in Europe, you'd have to be sitting in customs for half of that trip, I would think. I don't know. I don't know how freely, maybe now with the European Union, maybe it's easier to move around, I guess. I don't know. Right, because is there like a European Union passport, or is there like a that you can just kind of, or is it just basically they recognize all the passports of the various members? I don't know. All right, let's make a 9 set. Let's make a 9 set because we got some changes here now. We'll still do distant voices. We'll do family business. We'll do rejoined. Throw in destiny. Fascination, indiscretion, facets, explorers, and then one more. Hippocratic Oath. Let's try that. Oh, okay, yeah. I would assume so. I mean, what's the point of having the EU if it's not at least going to facilitate travel, make things a little easier,
I can feel the magic in the air.
Okay.
Tonight. You're with Shady O'Grady.
Back home, let's see if we can't crank out a song here. I gotta decorate in here a little more too. I keep forgetting to do that. Okay, I see a 34. Come on now. Give me something. It's these, oh my god, I'm going crazy with these blues, man. They're literally giving me the blues. Okay, 20, I got a 22. What if I throw that 20 in there? Is that any better? 27. No, that's not gonna work. I think that makes literally no difference. Wait, there's got to be something here. 84. No. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. $34. That's not going to work. Close. Close, close, close. No, nothing. Nothing. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Okay, we're going to stash that one. Is there anything else worth stashing? Not really. Not really. Nothing. Yeah, I mean, listen, if I could get, you know, I don't mind doing no lyrics. I've been trying to get that instrumental, but I just can't. It's these blues that are killing me. I just can't get high enough. Now, once the new system drops, it's good, because once the new system drops, I can start combining some of these. So I could combine a couple of 25s and make that a 30 or a 35. You know what I mean? And then we can really work. We can really get some options by doing that. So, because all these ones here, like if I've got a 22 or a 20, I'm not really realistically probably going to use a 20 for most of my songs, right? But if I've got two 20s, I can smush them together, and now I've got a 25 or a 30, you know? So, yeah, I mean, if I could get to 100 with 3 of these, then I would, but I don't think that I can. I just don't think I can do it. I just don't think the math works out. Because realistically, you'd have to have an average of 33 for each one. You know what I mean? To get up there, and I just don't have those. Don't have those that fit together. So that's okay. That's all right. Listen, we got a lot of songs. We're gonna do a new. We got to get a new album out. There's a lot going on. We don't need to write the songs right now. Are you getting like 48 and 54 scores? I don't know what the cap is, to be honest. I never really paid too much attention. But, I mean, I've got my guys basically maxed out. I mean, they're all either at 100 or close to 100. So, I don't know. We can continue with these. Do these ones. Yeah, like, I mean, I've got mine mostly maxed, but not totally maxed, so I'm sure if I really kind of was working a little harder to get these up a little bit higher, but that's crazy. I'd love to get like a 50-something. That's amazing. I can't even think of what the highest I've seen on here is before. I honestly don't remember. I should be paying more attention. Okay, we are almost at album o'clock. Okay, Bob's still working. Okay, Bob, take a break, Bob. Take a break. Do nothing right now. That's fine. Let's go. Nope, that's not at all what I meant to do. I pushed entirely the wrong button. Kelly Peppers. Great name. Okay. We'll definitely start with Distant Voices, Facets, Family Business. Is there anything more with bonuses? The Adversary still has a bonus. Visitor. I need another fast one here, I think. We'll just put Fascination out there. There we go. That's fine. That's fine. That'll do. Yeah, I mean, the fact that I've got no hits except for that one is still just infuriating to me. Absolutely infuriating. Another level up. Who got that level up? Who got it? Ben. Yeah, like he's already maxed out on lyrics, so he's basically, with the equipment, he's maxed out on everything. I'll throw him a couple bones there. I'll just get him up to natural hundreds. I don't even know. I'm just wasting my points at this point. I don't even know. I don't even know. Let's go home. We just gotta kill a day or two here, and then we're ready to release. We can release on the 17th, so we'll go do all that then. Okay, we'll just get these propped up, I guess. Did something change again? I think something changed again. Jadzia's got into legal trouble. Of course she did. Of course she did. Trouble, 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 trouble. Yeah, if the production gets up higher, then yeah, you can produce your own record. I mean, you can always do it, but there's no point unless you've got a high production, right? Because it's going to suck. So it is cheaper to do it that way for sure. But a lot of times with the bigger contracts, they want you to specifically have a particular producer, and you have to actually forego a bit of money in terms of what they upfront you in order to do it on your own. But it's probably worth it if you've got a high. I mean, at this level, I mean, the guys I'm getting as producers are all usually like 90 or 95 at this point, right? The last two have been 90 and 95, I think. So you get high guys anyway. But I mean, if you've got someone who's maxed out their production, then yeah, totally use them. Save yourself some money. Plus, it's more fun because you're doing it within the band, right? So that's all positive. What are we doing? We're just practicing some stuff here. We're just killing some time. Don't need to worry about that. All right. It is release day. You know what that means? That means we have to go and make a CD cover. I'm going the wrong way. There it is. That's what I want. Pedro's Printing. All right. Now, we can use one of these. I downloaded a whole bunch more. So maybe I will import some images. Let me just pop you back over to here real quick. Hi, everybody. How are you? I'm just popping you over here while I get my life sorted out. We're going to import some images. I'm going to go through all of my... I keep forgetting to do this, so I keep... Where is this? There we go. Okay. Okay. Bear with me just 1 second, everybody, while I inefficiently find and upload stuff I should have already been doing a long time ago. And then we can decide what we want to use as our cover. Okay. And let's see. That one's pretty good. I'm just putting out just some I'm just taking a look at what we have, and I'm just going to do some interesting ones, and we can decide together what we want to do. What do we want to have? That's actually a pretty cool one. Let's do that one. All right, and what else? What else? That's a good one too. Let's get that one. There we go. Okay. All right. No problem. Here we go. All right. After that interlude, we have some options here now. So these are the ones I just downloaded. We have this one here, which is like a little cartoony one. I don't exactly know what's going on in this one here, but I thought it was kind of interesting. We have Gul Dukat about to blow up. I think this is a Paw Wraith related episode. This is where the Paw Wraith took him over. We have this nice little shot of Rom and Morn and Quark, and I'm not sure who that is, someone else. We have Odo coolly walking away, action movie style, from an explosion. And then we got Cisco silently judging his son with that classic Cisco intensity. So it's a tough call. It's a tough call as to which one that we're going to do. In space, no one can hear you sing is a great idea for a title. Let's see. Do you guys have a preference in terms of what you want to have in terms of the maybe this one? Maybe have Odo. The Odo one's kind of badass, right? Like, look at that. Right? That's pretty good. Okay, add a photo, this one. Boom, look at that. We'll increase it there to get rid of those black lines. That's pretty sweet. That's pretty sweet. Okay. Obviously, we got to get Tarok Noir on there somewhere. We'll find the classic Tarok Noir. Tarok Noir? I got French all of a sudden there. Tarok Noir. Bump the size down. We're gonna... put that there under Odo, and then we're gonna put up here. Fitting this could be an issue. In space, no one can hear you scream or sing. I did the actual quote instead of the joke quote. Okay. Now, obviously, we are going to need to... You know what? I'm probably going to split that up into several things because it's not going to... Yeah, I'm going to have to split this up into several, I think. I did it wrong anyway. I did in space, no one can you sing. I didn't know that. Okay. In space, add text, no one can add text, hear you sing. Okay, now we just need to organize these. In space is going to be up at the top. We gotta lower that size down. We gotta get that over there. One line. Okay. We're obviously going to change that from white. That's not showing up in front of the... it's not showing up and behind that. So we'll have to do... I mean, we could just go black. Classic black. Okay. We need a font. That's not bad. I know we used that before on our, we could do something, because this is a little bit creepier. We can use something that's a little edgier. That's not bad, actually, in space. That's not so bad. Let's see. What do we got? I kind of like that. Let's try this one. Okay. That's 73 font. Okay. In space, no one can. Let's bump that up to 73. Element is black. We're gonna do one line, reduce the size, and okay, this one's taking a little more construction than we normally do, but that's okay. That's okay. Okay, here you sing black, go up to 73. One line. You know what? I might actually... If I do that and I do a different color, something that pops here a little bit in front of it. Okay, and then we could do we can do that. Do in space. There. I kind of like that. What do you guys think? Yeah, no one's gonna. There's so many albums where you don't say the whole title too. This is gonna be the. Oh yeah, Sing was great. Okay, in space, no one can hear you sing. Got a little Odo. We got some explosions. We got the thing. Everything's good. Thank you to whoever from the internet I stole this art from. You're the best. This is a great little painting here. Okay. Buy the CD cover. Yes. Enter a name. In space. No one can hear you sing. Is Nochi Sing. Okay. Is Nochi Sing. Is in there. Now we gotta go actually release the album. Isnachi. Isnachi is a very handy abbreviation for everyone can use. You can use that in your everyday life. Okay, we are going to assemble a CD. We are going to create a new CD. We are going to title it. Let's see if it'll let us do this whole thing. In space, no one can hear you sing. Beautiful. Is Nochi Sing. Lovely. Okay. So we're basically putting all this stuff on. Beautiful. Nailed it. Everything's at 100. Some of these I think we lost a little bit on the attitudes, so it's not going to be as good, but that's fine. It should be fine, I think, still. Let's just double check that nothing changed there. Law and order, consumerism, hatred. Okay, so nothing changed. Okay. Released. It has released. Oh, baby. Actually, you know, while I'm thinking of it, let's change these. I can't change that yet. It won't let me. This one I can change. Okay. There. Congratulations. You like consumerism. Anybody else? No, it's just I got to change this one, but I have to wait 4 more days. That's no problem. Brendan Rome called his Nochi. There we wait, Brendan Rome called his Nochi.
I got this song in my belly.
Anyone feel like a little giggle? Classic. Classic. Okay. I'm not gonna turn this into a Monty Python skit. Let's do an entire just chatting stream of me reciting Monty Python sketches from memory. Don't start me, Maz. Don't start me down this road. Honestly. Okay, so that's been released. Now we have to just wait for that to go. I'm still gonna have my agent doing nothing for now, the manager doing nothing for now. Let's release it, let's see how it goes, and then we'll have him booking a tour. I want to see what the release our chart position is. So if you want to get in your bets for chart position, maybe we'll do that. I got to go back and get some CDs actually. Because this one here opened, I believe our last one here, Wormhole, opened at what, like 440, 460, somewhere in there. Are we gonna crack that top 100 for a debut? I don't know, 138, 80, top 50. Oh, I like the optimism, but I don't know. I still feel like our popularity is it's dropped considerably in the in the intervening year between that and our last one. So we're better than we were last time. I think we're in a better place than we were last time. But so I think we're definitely going to be doing better than that. But I don't know, man. I think we're going to debut. I'm going to say between definitely. I'm going to say 150 to 200. I know that's too wide of a range. I think somewhere between 150 and 200. I'm not as optimistic as the rest of you. I'm not a pessimist. I'm an optimist, but I'm a pessimist about my own abilities, and that's just from a lifetime of failure to condition me to that. But so I'm gonna say, okay, I'll bet a specific one. I'll bet a specific number. I'm gonna say that we debut at 172. All right, Shark says 138. We got 81 from Maz. Top 50 from Falicalius. That's an optimistic person, let me tell you right there. But we shall see. We shall see. In the interim, let's just kill some time with practicing until those numbers come out, and then we'll deal with the tour or whatever else we need to do. We'll just keep all these. I know these are... It just turned to love. It's not going to turn right away, so I think we can probably let these sit for a while without having to bother with them. You know, these are not, they're still not popular right now. So let's just focus on, better things. Let's focus on some of these ones here. All right, I'm gonna do one more practice. We're gonna go see a show. We're gonna see a show. These are gonna be released, I think, on either after the Saturday. I think Saturday night. After the Saturday night it goes. So let's take our mind off it. I know we're all nervous about how it's gonna happen. Let's take our mind off. Let's relax. Let's get out in the town. Right? Let's hit the city. What's going on tonight? You know what? Let's not even look at the Brussels. Can we look at a different city? How do I switch cities here? Maybe I can't. I got to go to the city to switch. I'm not going to do that. So, all right, listen. We got a battle of the bands. We got a battle of the bands. Here we go. Educated Sorts, Shaky, the Sassy Organization, and Combative. I think you all know which one I'm going to choose. That's, of course, the Sassy Organization. But put in your bets if you have a different opinion. We got to vote for Shaky. All right, all right. Well, let's see. We'll see. Combative is actually kind of an interesting name, too. I don't mind that so much. But... all right. Educated Sorts, Shaky, Sassy Organization, or Combative. I don't know. I got a good feeling about Sassy Organization. I got a good feeling. Are you guys talking? Anybody talking? What's coming up? Do I need to worry? How come no one's talking to me? Oh, because I have a 3 reputation here. That's why. Okay, that's fair enough. I know. Like, they should give you an option to walk. Like, I feel dumb. That's why I love when you get, like, jobs from, like, a garage. And, oh, can you deliver this? And it's, like, right around the corner. It's like, dude, you could throw it to him from here. The winner is... Educated Sorts. But that's okay, because I increased my relationship with Sassy Organization. That's all that matters in the end. Okay, beautiful.
Weird part of the night.
We'll head home. We'll just get in a quick practice here, and then... oh, did I not? Okay, hang on. Practice. We can practice that. We can practice that. We can practice that. And that one, sure, why not? Let's go crazy. All right. We got no, let me see. We got no Battle of Bands. We can see Belief, Possessive, Plate in the Dog, Month in the Blood, the Smoggy Fronts, and the Timid Smile. Not crazy about those. Slow Sticks, Normal Horns, and Critical. Ghetto's Humor, Russian Readings, and Old Rail. Springs, After the Bucket, Cautious Faces, Lazy Stems. Ugh, these are not great. Bent and the Lucky Records. Man. Not great. Not great. Okay, so let's just try and pick one where I want to get my reputation up a little bit. Let's just go to the Harsh Sky. Let's just go there. We'll just go there. And then, in theory, we should get our results. Law and Order. Okay, we're already at Law and Order. I already knew that. Partying. Ah, okay, okay, okay. Can I change Benjamin yet? How about you take up partying, my son? There you go. Boom. Keiko I can't change yet for my other lyricist, but okay. Thanks for the hot tip, partiers. Yeah, next day on Sundays I think it usually does, so.
It's a nice cool night.
Okay, home. Oh god, I don't care. It's just there. That's all. I don't care. I don't want to get to the next day. Fingers crossed, boys. Fingers crossed. Debuts at number 46. What? What? Listen. Listen. You got to give it up to Falakalius. He called it top 50. I thought he was crazy. I thought he was a madman. I thought he was an eternal naive optimist. And it turns out he was dead right. Dead right. We sold almost 85,000 units. We've almost recouped all their expenses in week 1. Look at that. Look at that. Do I get an actual, like, award for that? Do I get, like, a thing I can put up? Oh, baby, I can. Nope. All right, we gotta put it up here too. I guess I don't know how I'm gonna arrange these exactly. Well, for now we'll just get it up there, and then we'll sort out our many awards later. Beautiful. Beautiful. This needs better font. FYI to Todd, if you're watching this. This needs better font. But yeah, exactly. Give us lotto numbers. Oh man, alive. All right. Well, hey, that's good. I'll take that. We're already seeing a little jump in the old popularity, so hopefully that's going to increase as we go. But wow, that's amazing. That's much better than I thought. Before I forget, because I'm 100% going to, I'm going to go right now and buy a bunch of albums. I'm going to buy a bunch of albums to sell. If I can learn... Oh my god. No, this... Just park. Just... Okay. We're fine. Everything's under control. There's nothing to see here. We're getting... And this is, again, Taylor, we're slowly inching up there. But if we're getting 3,000 per in another 10 weeks, right? So, another couple of months, maybe by the end of the year, Taylor should go gold. Wormhole still plowing away up there. But this bad boy is going to just rocket through the charts, I think. Hopefully we can keep this up. Let's see, how many CDs do we want to get? Let's just start with 10,000. We'll start with 10,000. I'm sure we'll need more. I'm sure we'll need more. Oh, God, honestly. I don't drive in real life, so that doesn't help. I did drive years ago, but I can't express to you how little interest in driving I have. I can't stand it. I don't want to do it. So, so I mean, but I'd hope that at least in game I'd be better at driving, right? I thought, like, I don't know how to drive. I'm not a great driver. I wasn't a bad driver when I did drive, but if I tried to get me in there now, I wouldn't have any idea. But like, oh, the wah, wah. I didn't even see that pun. I didn't even see that pun. Oh, don't tell other dads that I missed that dad joke. Don't tell them. They're gonna revoke my dad card on that one. See, the kids move out, and I'm already, my dad humor is going away. I don't understand it. Oh my god. Okay, so that's all positive. We're gonna need to support the album. And we are going to need to... We got to do like 50 gigs. We had a lot of gigs to do. So we're going to have to book a tour. So, I don't think we're gonna do the American tour for this one because I want to really plow through and do well on this album. So I want to concentrate on this album, and I don't want to like start a new thing in America. I'll do some research and we'll figure that out. And then in between, after we've finished this tour and done our thing, then we'll do the next one. Now, I guess the question is, do I try and get the manager to book my next contract now, or do I wait a little bit and see where my popularity caps out at? I think I'm going to wait a little bit and see if my popularity bumps up and caps out a little bit once from off this thing. And then once it kind of reaches where I think it's going to be, then we will book one there. I don't want to put it off too late because we have to wait so long for it to come out. You know, I want to do it. So. Yeah, well, and this is the thing too, is that, you know, I mean, I find that when I'm playing these, I have to try and, you know, I try to be, I sometimes fail, so I apologize, but I try to kind of remind myself that, like, yeah, you know what, like you're you're doing a stream, you know what I mean? So I have to kind of balance, you know, trying to have a good game, right, and progress and do well, with doing things to keep it interesting as well. You know what I mean? So when you get to the grindy parts, we have to kind of find ways to make fun so that everybody watching me isn't just watching me just mindlessly grind, right? And babbling like a crazy person. So let's... Okay, so we'll wait on the contract offer, but we can get him booking a tour. So again, we're going to use the same strategy as last time. We're going to piggyback off the success of someone more popular than we are in order to skyrocket things. So I think that's what we're going to do. Now, hang on, before we book the tour, let's take a look at, so we're going to call this, I mean, I think that In Space No One Can Hear You Scream is a bit of a long title for a tour. So maybe we'll just call it the Odo Tour, right? We'll call it the Odo Tour. It's a lot easier to put on a banner. All right, no, you know what? Well, we'll call it the Odo Tour. It doesn't. We know what it is. I just don't want to write out all that every time. So that's fine. We'll just do the Odo Tour. Okay. Date range. We'll go. Okay, September. Are we booked in September? Is that the issue? Hang on. I think we're booked through September. So, I guess we'll start here, the 17th, and we'll go through to, are we going to do 2 months again? We'll go through to the end of November, so a little over 2 months. End of November. I don't know if I want to go all the way to New Year. I don't know if I want to go all the way to New Year. I think it'd be good to do it this way here, because you do 2 months a little bit over. And then that means that if we want to try and sneak in an American tour at the end, we might be able to just kind of like just extend the tour by booking a new American tour, right? So we can kind of, and then so we can just kind of keep that tour train going and just in a new market this time. Because again, we'll have lots of money now after this is done. We've already got 4 million, so we got lots. So we could buy a place in the American market that we'd like. If we decide to start, you know, to kind of base the tour out of New York, we could buy a place in New York and just have a home base in America for now, so we can hopefully move back and forth and stuff like that. So, I mean, like I said, we've got a ton of money. We've got lots going on. This one already, even starting in Brussels, isn't bad. 64, but let's see what else we got. What if we start in London? No. Let's see. Just take a look around London, or around here first. Let's take a look at the UK. I miss the UK. See if we can't find a decent place to start in here. We can kind of run through this area again. Really, so far, it's the 62 or 63 is the best we've got so far. I'm sure we can find better. I'm sure we can find a much bigger band to ride coattails on. Chubby self. Oh, I hear you. I hear you. I mean, if we can find one, let's go. What's what at Leicester? Back at Leicester, 36. Okay. If we can find one that is high in popularity and also has a hilarious name, all the better. All the better. Okay, what if we start in Ireland? Cork. Limerick. Galway. Wow, we're not finding a whole lot here, are we? I'd like to get something 70 plus. That would be ideal. Because last time that worked out very, very well for us. Yeah, like that's what I mean. Like I'm not so worried about like the tour. Oh, I didn't even look at what the thing was. There you go. Like that's a 2-month tour is good. That's good. And if we feel like we still want to keep going after that, at least that way, you know, so it doesn't get totally redundant. We could take maybe like a week afterwards and learn up some new songs or whatever, and then we can do a new tour. So we got a little bit of a break. So yeah, I mean, I don't know why all these bands suck. I mean, maybe the bigger bands are just intimidated. We're too good now. They're like, I can't have these guys open for me. They're going to totally outclass me and take all my fans. That's what I assume is going on. Because I'm a delusional narcissist. It serves me well. Wow, there is like just sweet FA going on here. Unbelievable. I mean, last time we went through France, there was nothing good. Let's see if the French bands have upped their game since last time, because it was very, very disappointing last time. Looking through France. Oh God, this is just driving me nuts now. Now it's like the first one I get that's over 70, I've got it. And if I don't find something soon, I'm gonna say screw it. I'm just gonna take the 60 whatever one. This is madness. Or you know what? What if or no, I was gonna say just find a popular band in the top charts and then just go to whatever city that is. Oh wait, I screwed up. Oh, I screwed up. I screwed up. Okay, hang on. We gotta go back to here. We gotta boom. Boom. There we go. Okay. Yeah, like 64 is not bad. I'm gonna check a couple more places. Ooh, let's check out Italy. You know how I love Italy. Maybe we could find a nice Italian band in here. Palermo. Oh, wow. These are terrible out here. Hairy berries. Hairy berries. I'm so tempted just because of the name Hairy berries, but no, we gotta stick to the program. Yeah, it is nice when you get a band that's really good that you can milk off of. It's just all these big huge tours. You make a ton of money. Like I say, if I have to buy a new place in America after this, and I also have to get I don't have to, but I want to get a private jet, I'm gonna need some bucks coming out of here. Wait a second, was that Octopuses in a Curtain? Oh my God, Italy is killing it with the names. This is amazing. Octopuses in a Curtain? If I had the option, I would go back in time and rename my daughter Octopuses in the Curtain. I like that so much. Are you kidding me? Unbelievable. I don't think she'd be too crazy about it, but oh no, I got so excited I screwed up again. Okay. No, stop. Oh my God. Listen, sometimes a name is so good it just throws you right for a loop. Throws you right for a loop. I'll change the date tours and stuff like that, the tour dates. Or do I need to do that beforehand? Just in case. I'm gonna do it. Oh. Okay. Cough for Gun. Again, that's a great name. Bologna. The safe matches, okay. I mean, they're not killing it in terms of the popularity of their bands, though. I mean, we're getting nothing there. Nothing there. Venice. Come on. Okay, let me just hit some big cities, and then I'm gonna just take Marseille. I'll hit a couple of big Barcelona. We've never really been to Spain. We could try maybe moving out into Spain. Madrid. Porto. Lisbon, Portugal. The Electric Humilities. That's kind of... I kind of like that one, actually. That's not too bad. And we haven't been to Portugal before. Okay, that's the winner so far. Let me just take a quick little peekaroo here through the rest of Portugal and see if we got anything decent. Oh, Palma out here on an island. No. You know what? Should we just do that one? Let's just start in Lisbon. Let's just start in Lisbon. We haven't been to this area yet. Let's do it. 67. The Electric Humilities. I kind of like that. I kind of like it. Okay, we're calling this the Odo Tour. We know it's the full thing, but come on. There's too much. We're not going to limit the areas. We're just going to go where the tour takes us. And we are going to assign the task. Excellent. And we'll see where that goes. For now, we'll just practice for a day or two or whatever until he gets things sorted out. We'll just top these up in preparation for the tour. I'm going to have to... I wish you could sort by album. I wish we could sort by album. Like, that would be... Oh, we'll put... Yeah, oh, we should put is Nachi Singh on the banner. On the tour banner. Oh, let's do that. Hang on. Let's do that right now. Let's do that right this second. Yeah, that's a great idea. We're gonna use our new favorite word, is Nochi. Alright, gig banner. Okay. Add a photo. We're gonna add Odo. We'll just leave that in the middle, that's fine. Tarok Noor will bring forward. This one's the easy part. Ignore, and then we have add text in space. No one can hear you. Is Nochi Singh? Got to put the exclamation mark in there. All right. That's a little obnoxious, this one here. Let's see, try something a little. I mean, we can use the same one that we used for the album cover. This one there, but it's a little disjointed on the banner. I don't like it so much on the banner. Let's see. Okay, let me reduce the size here because I can't even see the stupid thing. Okay. Is Nochi Singh? Is Nochi? Beautiful. Beautiful. Love it. Okay. I think I'm just gonna let him. I'm just gonna practice here for a day just to get the tour booked here. Hopefully. Oh, it's calculating. It's calculating. He didn't give me a message, but he was calculating. Here we go. Okay, so he didn't say it, but we got it here. So we got Portugal. I'm just taking a look at just some of the capacities here. Madrid, we got some 25. So we got some big gigs here, so that's all right. And again, Portugal and Spain were not as popular, so that makes sense. We got a lot of Spain here. This is great. Spain, 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 France. Okay, so we got some larger gigs. We got some 20s and some 15s, and then a bunch of thousands-ish. There's a 30,000. We like that one. That's in Paris. Excellent. France, Belgium, 30,000.
You son of a bitch.
Uh-oh, look out. Maz. Maz, sir. Very nice of you. Thank you very much. Much appreciated. Much appreciated. Thank you. Thank you, sir. Thank you. You guys are too kind. You're too kind. I don't even need the subs. I'm already high on the fact that I got in the top 50. But it is much appreciated. Thank you very, very much. Like I say, we're working on some more emotes. The other emotes, I don't think I don't think it's available yet. Let me look. It doesn't look like it's been approved yet. No, it doesn't look like it's approved yet. So it'll drop. Certainly by Friday, that emote I'm sure will drop. I don't know what the time frame is on those things, those kinds of things, but we'll get those in there. And like I say, I'm gonna work on some. I'm gonna get some emotes that are just kind of like quickie emotes. Do you know what I mean? And then while I get my skill level with the drawing pad up to do some more custom stuff. But again, I'll like take a picture of my head. You can throw my big bald mug up there. Well, we'll figure something out. We'll figure something out. Why does my camera keep losing focus for no reason? There we go. I mean, not that you need to see all this in high def. That's not helping anybody. Quite frankly, I should have it on fuzzy mode. Fuzzy mode. Oh, about 3 weeks, really? Wow. Okay, I'm hoping it doesn't take that long. I don't really know. So, like I say, the one I submitted was like it literally just says marker +1. it's the most lame emote ever, but I feel like it's going to be a useful emote to have. I'll come up with some other stuff. We'll figure it out. Okay, so we're doing a bunch in Germany, a bunch in France, obviously. We're going to zip down to Italy a little bit there, but not much. Czech Republic, we're going up to Denmark and Sweden. We haven't, in Finland. Oh, we haven't really even been through that section yet either, into Scandinavia much. That'll be exciting. In Russia, we're even going to. We got 30,000. Wow, holy crap. All right, this is gonna be a fun tour. There's gonna be lots of cool stuff going on here. Excellent. Excellent, excellent. I like those emotes though. I do like those emotes though. And it's good because here's the trick with emotes, okay? Like, I'm gonna throw out that marker +1 emote, right? In here with you guys, you know what I mean? In community, that'll get a lot of use. But I can't think of any other time where you would use that in someone else's stream. If you were over watching Maz's stream, well, Maz might get it, but I mean, like, you're not just gonna go to some random person's stream and drop a +1. Do you know what I mean? But a G'day mate, you could 100% drop a G'day mate. You know what I mean? Certainly, if you're following an Australian, or if Australia comes up, boom, you could drop that Maz emote in there. The Australian ones, right? So, like I say, it's useful. And look, they're all in the color theme. See, Maz has his emote game on point, man. That's what I aspire to. We're gonna have. I want to have some good stuff. That's part of the fun, right? Excellent. Okay, well, I think again, our popularity has popped up a little bit. I mean, we had that epic. I mean, I can't believe it. I can't believe we debuted. We debuted that high at 46. And that, I mean, we could go up from there. Who knows what we might reach, right? Listen, I'm not going to say top 10, but wouldn't it be nice? Wouldn't it be nice? We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. Probably not, but a man can dream. Okay. Guys, I think we're going to have to start to wrap things up there. So we're going to start my probably overlong outro, but that's fine. Again, thanks so much for joining, and especially for, I got a whole bunch of subs today. Thank you guys. You're the best. I definitely appreciate it. We're having a lot of fun in this community, and I'm seeing a lot more Rising Star 2 out there in the world. So we're getting some momentum, guys. We're getting there. We're getting there. It's going to be the next big thing. So we'll see. The album came out great. We'll see how well it goes. We got a great tour set up, and then after that, we might do a little quick jump over the pond to North America and do some touring over there. So we'll start all that. That's all going to happen on Friday, Ferengi Friday, which this time I'm going to try and remember is actually called Ferengi Friday instead of confusing everyone by calling it Trek Tuesday, because I'm too dumb to know how the days of the week go. There you go. As always, if you haven't, I'm sure everybody here already has, but if you haven't already, you can follow me on Twitch, you can follow me on YouTube, you can follow me on Twitter, you can follow me out to my car, you can do whatever you got to do. I don't have a car. I'm only teasing. Yeah, again, that's it. I'm going to try and keep it short. That's my gift to you guys. You guys were nice to me by coming out and supporting the stream. I'm going to be nice to you by mercifully ending it without making you sit here for 20 minutes. But again, thanks very much, guys. I will see you on Friday. Should we raid somebody? Should we raid somebody? YouTube people can go away. Goodbye, YouTube. We love you. Bye, YouTube. You're the best. God, now that they're gone, can you believe fucking YouTube? Jesus Christ, those people are fucking nuts, man. Ugh, God. Oh, I mean, sorry, hot